Welcome back, Terry.
Thanks for having me back, Martin.
So our last YouTube video together showed how to build a 3-tier application using Cloud Run, and it kicked off some great discussions in the comment section.
Yeah, no, I was keeping track of that. It was great to see people ask like really great technical questions about the architecture. It was awesome.
Right. I thought we'd look at another one of your template applications, the one called Storage Event Function app.
Yep, we call that one Scalar for short because it's an image scaling application, and that's much easier to say. It shows you how to write an event-driven serverless application. Do you want to dig into it?
Let's do it. First off, let me install your demo application. I go to deploystack.dev. I scroll down to Storage Event Function app here. I click it, and then I go to Open in Cloud Shell. That opens the installer in Cloud Shell. I hit Enter to continue. Here I authorize access. I'll pick a project to install the app in. I'll pick this blank project that I created ahead of time. Then it asks me for region. I'll pick US Central. I'll go with the default bucket name and default location of US. Now the installer is running. Let's give it a few minutes to finish installing. All right, it finished. Now that I installed it, what does this application do, Terry?
Well, there are two parts. First, the function that listens to any file that's uploaded and resizes it. Second, there's a small client app that shows the files that are present and, actually allows for uploading.
Ah, very good. I'll go to the endpoint called out here by the installation script. Okay, it asks me to select an image. I'll pick this one. Then I click upload. It says that it's processing the image. I'll refresh the page here. Aha! There is the uploaded image. I see the thumbnail on this page. If I click the thumbnail, yeah, there it is. It shows me the original big image. Now, if I go to cloud storage in this project, I see the bucket here. If I open the bucket, I see the original image, which is multiple megabytes in size. The original, that's that large image. I click it. Aha, here it is. All right, and then here in the bucket next to the original is the thumbnail version of it. Its size in bytes is much smaller than the original image, of course. If I click the thumbnail, I see that its dimensions are far smaller than the original. So everything's working. Terry, how did you design this application?
Well, I wanted to write an example application that was event-driven, right? Reacting to image uploads is probably one of the easiest and most canonical to understand examples, right? So once this was created, I needed a way to see the image, so I created the second app, the web app. Actually, if you look at the architecture diagram, the most important part of the app is the cloud function here. It's triggered when a new file is uploaded to cloud storage bucket. The function contains the image resizing code.
Okay, why not resize the image in the Cloud Run service over here? It handles the upload after all.
Well, files can be uploaded in many ways, more than just through this app. Maybe there's a mobile app, or maybe another microservice that uploads files to the bucket, or maybe someone puts files directly in the bucket. Maybe there's a batch process somewhere else that someone is uploading lots of images at once. Instead of doing everything in the uploader, we can keep things decoupled by using events. In this case, we run a function whenever the file added or file created event is fired.
So the Cloud Run service is only there to provide an easy way to upload images. It's not really part of the event processing?
That's right.
I see that Cloud Run does two things. It serves HTML to the browser and it uploads files. In our last video, you used Nginx to serve HTML?
I left out Nginx for this app to keep things simple, right? Like Cloud Run can serve static HTML, but if you want to do it at scale, maybe Nginx, depending on your use cases, is a better choice. You can even consider using Firebase hosting if you want to use a CDN.
Got it. Now, how did you set up the cloud function to be triggered by file uploads?
Well, there are two ways to do this. First, when you deploy your cloud function with the gcloud command line tool, you can add options. Those options tell Google Cloud that the function should be triggered by uploads to a particular storage bucket.
Right. That command looks familiar to me. What's the other way, Terry?
You can also deploy Cloud Functions with Terraform. When you installed the app a minute ago, you actually ran a Terraform script. This is the part of the script that deploys the function and tells it which storage bucket to watch for.
Got it. Let's have a look at the source code of the Cloud function. Here it is. What are we looking at here, Terry?
Well, the function takes the metadata for the file in the bucket. We then use an image manipulation library to resize the image and save it back to cloud storage.
I see. Let's go back to the architecture diagram. Tell me about the CI/CD layer here.
Sure, Cloud Build uses Artifact Registry to host the built image for the Cloud Run service to use, and it also publishes the function.
I see. And can I use this application as a template for my own event-driven applications?
Well, it's open source, so totally you can do that, right? Tweak the function and rerun the Terraform script. So use Cloud Shell. It comes with Terraform installed. Edit the function in Cloud Editor, and then run this Terraform command.
And what is Terraform?
Terraform is an open source infrastructure as code software tool that lets you predictably create, change, and destroy infrastructure. It can be used to set up cloud-based infrastructure, VMs, networks, databases, etc. In this project, I used it to create the Cloud Function, the Cloud Run service, and the Cloud Storage bucket.
I see. And how would I deploy a new version of this function here?
Well, let's edit this and retry. So open Cloud Editor in your project, then navigate to function.go in the folder code/function. Go to the line that executes the convert command. Change x100, which means the thumbnail is 100 by 100 pixels, to something else. Let's say x75. Now save the file. Now go back to the Cloud Shell and type Terraform apply and rerun the script. All done.
Aha, very good. I'll hit the URL again. I'll upload a new file here. And there it is, 75 by 75 pixels. Excellent. Thanks for showing me your app, Terry. And thank you everyone for watching. Use Terry's app as a template to build your own app that handles uploaded files. If you have any questions for Terry me or serverless topic suggestions for future episodes, please add them in the comments. We read every single one. Until next time.